Hey guys, welcome to episode 4. Today we're going to deal with SOHCAHTOA, a very infamous abbreviation that we've all come to know. Now, it's not really as intimidating as it sounds. SOHCAHTOA deals with right angle triangles. So a quick sketch of a right triangle and an angle. The side of the triangle which is directly opposite to the angle is called our opposite. The side opposite to the right angle is called the hypotenuse, and the leftover side is called the adjacent. So that's a quick overview before we get into some questions. Of course, everything gets easier with questions. So I've got the first one where I have a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is given, and an angle is given, and the question says, find the length of the opposite side. In other words, I need to find this length here. Now I need to use one of these trig ratios, which applies to whatever is given here. I have an angle, so I know it's going to be trig. I have a 5 in the hypotenuse. I'm going to use one of the trig equations which has a hypotenuse in it. Straight off the bat, I know tan is not going to be applied here because tan does not have anything to do with the hypotenuse. So it's either a cos or a sine. Opposite side I'm trying to find, so I have to use an O and I have to use an H in my equation. This points directly to the sine equation. So sine of theta, representing the angle, which is given 28, must equal to SOH, opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite we need to find, and the hypotenuse is given. We have one equation with one variable, solvable. Take the use of algebra, send the 5 to the other side, becomes multiplication. So 5 times sine of 28 is equal to x. X equals, quickly grab my calculator. So 5 times sine of 28, I get 2.35 meters or centimeters, should have been given there. Quick example on how to do this. We're going to move on to slightly more complicated examples, but after another rather simple one. But there's a slight trick to this one here. You're given two sides and they're asking you to find this theta. Again, we're going to see which trig ratio we're going to use. We have been given an opposite and we've been given a adjacent. So we need to use a trig ratio that has an O and an A in it. TOA, the tan. And in this case we're finding theta. So tan of theta is equal to opposite, which in this case is 3, over the adjacent, which is 2. Rearrange this to find theta, so I'm going to send tan to the other side. A button on your calculator, which is called the tan inverse. When we get back to, so I'm going to tan inverse this entire side. So shift tan, I'm left with 3 over 2, and theta is equal to 56.31 degrees. And that, guys, is the first half of SOHCAHTOA. We've done a couple simple examples. Your next video will be a slightly trickier example, a combination of SOHCAHTOA and algebra. Not to be intimidated by. See you guys soon.